I'm just waiting on this phone. And we have tea. So hello and welcome to DedeSignature. I hope you brought your cuppa. Today's coffee mug is my singing snowman that I got from my mother-in-law. She is no longer with us, but she did send me several coffee mugs through my marriage with her son. Well, I'm still married to 23 years. Anyway, yeah, so this is one of several that she has sent. I've also got a couple that have like little things in the bottom. You know, like one has a little bear in the bottom, and I don't use those to drink tea out of. They're just a little too cute for that, and I don't want to get rid of all the paint and stuff on that. I've been joined by a kitten. So in my coffee mug with my singing snowman, I have a bag of Pukka after dinner, which is one of my favorite teas, but I need to buy more, and it's been sitting in my Amazon cart forever because it's actually kind of an expensive tea. Not sure why that is, but, you know, one of these days I'll get it. And I decided to mix it with a little bit of this, you know, tasting for the season, and that is the Vahdam Pure Mint. We'll see if this overrides this. Otherwise, I'm going to have a nice, like, mint coffee thing going on with a little bit of milk and sugar added. We'll give it a sip. It just started steeping. It's probably going to take another few minutes before we're at strength. We can have time for this, folks, but we'll give her a sip so we can get started. Okay, I can't wait for that to develop full flavor. I'm getting them both beautifully. Beautifully. All right, so today we are doing our mid-December, it's new. I do not know at this point if I'm going to get to one at the end of December, beginning of January. Holidays. Busy for everybody, so we'll see. I'm not making any promises. It's going to be a busy holiday. It starts to get busy soon after I film this. The week that this goes up. How's that? It's going to be busy. We do have quite a bit in here. Not as much as last week, but quite a bit. And including some dueling mint in our hair care. Let's take a look. So let's go ahead and get started with all of this. It's not going to be so bad, hopefully. We're all going to hold our breath that it's not going to be so bad, hopefully. All right, we are starting off with Psychotic Cosmetics. They have released the Cosmic Blaze collection, which is 4 holograph glitter moisturizing glosses. Alrighty, so these are currently available. They were put up, I believe, the 15th. So by the time you see this, they'll be available if they're not available now. There are 4 shades. Goth Star, a black tinted gloss with holographic sparkles. Sun Jewel, a coral pink tinted gloss with holographics. They all have holographic sparkles. I'm not going to keep repeating that. Venus Frost, which is purple, and Space Diamonds, which is clear. They are made with vegan ingredients. They are otherwise just glosses. Would I be interested in these, depending on the price? Probably the Black Star, the Venus Frost, and the Space Diamonds. Although I'm really happy with my Law Nerd sparkly clear glitter gloss. Wearing it today, sort of. But anyway, I would at least be interested in the Goth Star and the Venus Frost. Not really into pink so much, so I wouldn't be into that. And like I said, I'm very happy with my Law Nerd clear gloss that I have already. Next, Catrice has a couple of holiday things. They have a new limited edition About Tonight Me collection with a palette, and then they also released a couple of limited edition About Tonight limited metallic lipsticks. All right, so this says ignite your New Year's Eve look with our About Tonight highlighter palette. These 4 blinding shades will have your Shining Bright for the New Year. New Year collection, of course, available now. These are pretty colors. I didn't realize they were all highlighters. For some reason, I thought this was an eyeshadow palette, a quad, just done in differently. I really like the packaging on this. I do like these colors, and Catrice is affordable, so this is something I just might go ahead and pick up. That's very pretty. I don't know much about the quality of their eyeshadows and highlighters, but this is gorgeous. I'm willing to give them a try based on this. Yeah, we're going to be looking at that one fairly soon. The lipsticks, available in 2 captivating shades, blue or intense plum. They offer long-lasting metallic finish for a show-stopping party look. I'd be interested in both of these. So I'd probably get this whole collection if I had the money. And I don't know if Catrice takes... Does Catrice take Afterpay? If they do, I might go ahead and pick them up. Catrice is also releasing these About Tonight liquid metallic eyeshadows. All right, these limited edition shadows have metallic finish and come in 4 dazzling shades. Built-in wand applicator to help effortlessly achieve a look as mesmerizing as the New Year's Eve sky. Y'all know I'm not interested in liquid shadows. These look pretty. The blue looks particularly pretty. The gold looks really pretty. But I don't like working with liquid eyeshadows. I have a couple of them in packaging like this where they're long and they have a applicator, and I just am not, I don't use them very often. When I do, it's just on the corner of my eyes. So these are unlikely to, I'm not likely to purchase these at all, no. Next, we have one of our first bigger collections that we'll be talking about. Talking Light, well, that sort of reveals who it is. Glam Light is revealing the most adorable collection yet. Their official Garfield Glam Light collaboration. Take a look. So dive into the world of glamour with lasagna-inspired palettes and catnap-worthy accessories. This lineup is a celebration of all things Garfield, and it includes a 12-shade palette for $25, a For the Love of Lasagna face palette for $18, a Nap Attack eye mask for $15, a Arlene lashes for $10, a mirror for $22, makeup bag for $18, I Donut Care lip care duo for $12, a makeup sponge for $10. You can get the entire collection without the PR box for $125. You can get the entire collection with the PR box, assuming it's still available, for $138. It launched already. So let's take a look at these. So the palette, I do think that they got they followed the assignment. They got it on point. I like the palette. It really fits the theme. Would I purchase it? No. This is too neutral. I need more color in my life. I need more than one lavender. That's just me. But I do like Garfield, and I do like their particular formula. So if you like Garfield and you like these colors, I can go ahead and recommend that you pick it up, because I seriously doubt that they've changed their formulation all that much. And so I think you would enjoy it. I've really enjoyed what I got so far from them, and I want to get more from them. The swatches on that also looked very good. So next in here, and then they have the cheek palette. These colors are too bright for me, not interested in those. Y'all know I don't use lashes or sponges, although the sponge, just looking in the picture from the big collection, it just looks like it's a typical fat orange sponge with the Garfield cutout on the packaging. If you pick this up, you'll have to let me know if they did anything with the sponge to like put a Garfield face on it or something to kind of tie it in more than just being a sponge. Not really interested in the eye masks. I'm looking at the lip duo. Looks like we have a blue and a pink. They are lip care. Probably not. I like the bag. I think if I were to get anything out of this, not interested in the mirror, but if I were to get anything out of this, I think it would be the bag. And that would be it. But a lot of that has to do with the color schemes and the products being offered, because some of them I just would never use. So, but overall, Glam Whites, like I said, their eyeshadow quality has been very good. And I'm just waiting for another collection that I'm interested in picking up, because I probably will. Next, we have by Singe Beauty by Angela Nyquist. They are releasing some more brushes and a sponge. So these are already out. She says it's finally time. The new Singe the new Singe Beauty collection launches on Friday, December 8th. They have 7 face brushes, 2 new eye brushes, and their multitasking makeup sponge and velvet powder puff. Sets and bundles will be available. All items will also be sold individually. The original 5 brushes will restock early 2024. So they're out of stock for her original release. These just came out, and if I know her, they're probably pretty close to being out of stock. She's pretty popular, folks. Would I buy these? You know, I've been thinking about it. I think I would at least pick up the eye brushes. I think the whole set, the ones that are out of stock now and the 2 new ones. I would not be interested in this sponge or the puff. And honestly, I don't need any face brushes right now. Granted, I probably don't need any eye brushes right now, but we all know that I'm going to buy eye brushes. I'm a brush junkie, what can I say? And none of these are huge. These are the, big fluffies. If there was a face brush in here that was a really big fluffy, I'd pick that up because I want some more big fluffies. I really do. So, Fruit Cosmetics, which is new to our little thing here, is coming out with some multi-purpose lip and face paint. So these are not yet out, and they don't have much information on them. They look interesting, but again, they're probably something I wouldn't use. So these would be a note for me. I do have these guys on my radar for me to go ahead and pick up something eventually. Also from Fruit Cosmetics, we have a loose setting powder coming soon. These look interesting, and there are a number of shades. So it looks like we have we have a light peachy fair, we have sort of a nudish fair, we have a nice medium, possibly something between that medium and the fair. Looks like we might have a banana powder, and we have a nice deep cocoa, which is really nice to see. I'm actually interested in these. I don't use face powders much anymore because I don't use very much liquid or cream type foundation, but I do use it sometimes, so I am interested in giving these a try. Like I said, I am looking at this brand and looking for things to try from them, and I think this is one thing that I'd be interested in trying. Gourmand Girl Cosmetics came out with a surprise launch. Okay, so this is already released. It's called Silent Night. They've already opened the pre-order. It will also be available at monolithshop.eu, I guess. This is a vision that Angela had some time ago, paired with Gourmand Girls, I guess her owner. Favorite Holiday Melody, a non-traditional color story to take you through the holidays and into the new year. Keep you cozy and festive and party-pleasing pops of color. It is $55. It has 5 duochrome, 7 mattes. It's vegan and cruelty-free. Packaging is made of recycled material, which is really nice to see. All that said, I actually considered this briefly, but this is a little too neutral. I do love the yellows and blues, but there's like what? There's a white, a shimmery white, there's 4, 5 shades of brown and a champagne-y kind of color. I have all these colors somewhere. There's a gold, there's a couple of different blues. I have all these colors somewhere, but I will say that I was initially kind of tempted. I do like the color story. I wish there were a few less browns. I get it's Silent Night. They wanted to put in the whole night thing. So, but since they're looking at holiday colors, I would have loved to see a real silver. If they're going to take it into the new year and everything, and they're talking about Christmas and the holidays, I would have loved to see a real silver. I would have loved to see a really dark green, maybe, just really dark, just, almost blue dark. But I would have loved to see something else to break up some of this color story, because like we have 2 of these shimmery blues that look very close in color. I'm sure they're both duochrome, so they're not. But then we have the 2 matte blues that are also close in color. We have one that's really deep, which I would have kept, and maybe that other blue would have been a really nice deep green or something of that nature. Overall, it is a pretty palette. It did catch my attention, but not enough to want to buy it if I had the funds. So next we have the first of our dueling mint hair care. As I Am has come out with a rosemary collection that has biotin and melatonin in it. So melatonin has, I guess there's been some recent studies that have shown that melatonin on your scalp, at the very least, can help with hair growth. And it's, to my knowledge, it's new information. I hadn't heard of it until this particular collection had come out. It has a number of things in here. So it has a styling mousse, there's a conditioner, there's a shampoo, there's a rosemary water, there's an oil, and then there is, what is this other one? Edge control. Should have known that. I would not buy all of these, to be honest with you. I'm very happy with my shampoos and conditioners that I have now. My hair has been very healthy, and I've been seeing a bounce back on the curl a bit. It's been really nice. So I really don't want to mess with that, around with that too much. The mousse is interesting, so I might give that a try at some point. I've got oils that I use for my scalp and my hair, so I don't need that, and I never use edge control. I already bought the water, and I am experimenting with it now, and I'll have to let you know how it goes. But the next time I buy the water, I might try the mousse too. I think they were out when I checked this last time, when I bought the water this last time. This particular thing came out very recently and sold out fast. Really fast. So, oh wow, it did. It really did. It sold out really fast. But I did manage to get my hands on the water before it sold out. I was going to go in and buy some more, and then it was gone. Mael has always had a rosemary and mint collection, and they recently added several new products to it. Take a look. So the added products include a scalp and hair cleansing oil, a light scalp and hair strengthening oil, a pomade to oil scalp and hair quencher, and a mint clarifying sugar scalp scrub. The cleansing oil is non-greasy, no rinse, cleansing oil formula powered by rosemary, mint, biotin, and witch hazel to help dissolve product buildup without stripping the hair in between wash days. Easily remove edge buildup and other impurities from the hairline and the scalp without reversion. Clean, prep, and relay your edges so you can prolong your wash day. The light scalp, hair, and strengthening oil is infused with rosemary, mint, and biotin to invigorate the hair and scalp, encourage length healthier, stronger, longer hair while providing weightless moisture and shine. It's ideal for low porosity hair, silk press hairstyles, and protective styles, including braids and weaves. The Pomade to Oil Scalp and Hair Quencher is a conditioning hairdress that transforms from a pomade to an oil. It quenches the scalp, moisturizes dry, thirsty hair, and helps protect against dryness. The hairdress smooths flyaways and adds shine for a soft, manageable hair. For curly, thermally straightened, and protective styles. And finally, the Sugar Scalp Scrub uses gentle sugar granules to exfoliate and remove impurities. This treatment also removes oil and product buildup to refresh and revitalize the scalp. There's a lot. There's a lot going on with these rosemary things. All right, so I probably would not be interested in the cleansing oil or the strengthening oil. I might be interested in the pomade. And I have a scrub that I use for my hair already that I really enjoy, so I probably wouldn't buy the sugar scrub. But the pomade. I liked the one pomade I had. I have tried a pomade before that I kind of enjoyed. The thing about pomades is they come so that they're kind of like a block. They're compacted. They're like a block, almost like, just say a block of lard. They're not lard, but I'm just saying they're like that. So some of them are much harder than that. So to get it to work, you have to pick it up and then you have to rub it between your hands. And then you can put it on your hair. I enjoyed the one I had. They do last longer than oils and stuff like that. But I don't like the process of having to warm it up before I can use it. I don't know why. I mean, I think because it usually takes a little bit longer than a regular oil, which I can put on my hands, rub out, and then just throw it in. With the pomade, you really just kind of want to really make sure you warm it up before you do anything with it. So I'm curious about the pomade, but I'm not positive about the pomade. So we're going to say I'm on the fence about that. So next we have from Edge Beauty, 8 new metallic glosses called Reglossed. Alrighty, so these are already out, and based on the swatches that I've seen, I'm not that impressed. Glosses should not be that hard in general, although, I mean, you know, you got your sticky glosses, you got your lip tint oils, you've got your stuff in between, you've got your glitter glosses, you've got your glosses with barely any color, and then you got your glosses that should be a lipstick. They have so much color. So I've seen a variety of different kinds of glosses, and these, for what they're claiming, I'm not really interested. I believe they're $10 a piece. None of these colors really appeal to me. There's a couple of orange toned one, a pink, a red, one that looks like a brownish berry something, a green, and I'm not sure what this other shade is, possibly a blue or some other kind of metallic gray, slate kind of color. Not really interested in these. Like I said, I've seen the swatches for them on dark-skinned, a dark-skinned woman's lips, and they did not impress me at all. So the entire collection is currently available, and if you're interested, go ahead and check down below, like always, for all the links and things. So I believe this is another new one for us. It's the Paris Lynn Co. Paris Lynn Co. They have they've just released what they're calling the Paris Lynn the Paris Lynn collection. There is the Ultimate Artist Palette. I didn't quite understand everything else that was supposed to be in this collection, so what we're featuring today is the Artist Palette. So this is already released. I don't know what the price point is, as with everything else will be listed down below. But I find this to be generally a very basic palette. I do like, this is one of the few that has come out that I do like the fact that it's almost all brights and colors, and it has 3 neutrals in it, and the rest of it just have fun with. I do like that, but most of these colors are pretty standard for most companies somewhere. I think the only shade that I don't see commonly in most other palettes is the gray, and you can still find it in a few. It is a pretty palette. They've only got 3 shimmers in there though, so that's another problem for me. It's a pretty palette. It did catch my eye in the terms of the fact of they were releasing it and it has all these beautiful bright colors. Would I buy it? Probably not. I've got most of these colors, and yeah, just I'll be watching them for other stuff. I really will. I really will. We also have from Makeup and Cocktails Cosmetics. We haven't featured anything from them since I first started doing this, when I started doing this particular series the first time. They have out the Drunken Snowman palette. So this is only available at makeupcocktailscosmetics.com, and this is Christmas. She's even where she has neutral shades, she's put in a gold and a silver, and frozen is a beautiful dark shimmery blue, and the 3 whites are all different. It looks like there's a white Russian, there's a glitter snowman, and a shimmer frosty, and then of course the three greens are different. And look at that beautiful deep red jingle juice. That's a glitter. This is a very pretty palette, and it is very Christmas to me. Would I buy this if I had the money? I would. I would give them a try, depending on the price. I mean, if it's $100 palette, I'll pass. Y'all know we don't spend that much on new brands, but it's a very pretty palette, and I think they got the assignment and did very well with that. So Essence has some new Juicy Balm lip oil. So this is for a shiny finish with nourishing oil formulation. They have it in coconut, strawberry, mandarin, mint, and cherry. I think I'd buy this. I like some things from Essence. I'd buy this. I'd probably get the mandarin, mint, and cherry. Don't like coconut. Strawberry's okay. It's not one of my favorite flavors anymore. It used to be when I was a kid. For some reason, I'm not as into strawberry, but I really do love citrus. And I like mint on my lips, and I adore cherry. So yes, I would probably try these if I have the money. And with Essence, I probably do have the money, so don't be surprised if we find them here on the channel in the future. Sometime soon. Okay, so DedeSignature Cosmetics says, coming soon, build your own 6-pan palette. So I really like the packaging of this. I like the fruity vibes of it. I really think this is some nice packaging for this kind of thing. So I'm intrigued by that. And then they say the 6-pan empty magnetic palette, 2 metallic shimmer singles, and 4 holographic multi-chrome singles. So I'm assuming what they're doing is, because there's not much information, and it's not coming out until the 23rd, right before Christmas, that they will have kind of like what ColourPop does, where they have a bunch of singles that you can choose from to put into the palette. And for them, they are going to have you have a set price for that palette, and then they will have the shades for you to go ahead and pick out what you want. And I'm assuming there's going to be more, since we're talking a 6-pan palette. I think what they're trying to say here is they're going to let you pick out 2 metallic shimmers and 4 holographic multi-chromes for each palette, but you will be able to pick out the different colors that you want. And I'm intrigued by this. I love being able to build my own palettes. It's one of the things I like about Lethal Cosmetics, The price point's a little high for me nowadays, so I don't buy from there anymore. But I've enjoyed the products from them that I have. It's one of the things that I've enjoyed about the buy-ops from ColourPop is being able to create my own color stories. So this would be really interesting to do. If I had the money and it was not an outrageous price, would I buy it? Yep, I would. So next we have from Bay Bella. That should be going out. If not the day this is up, it should be out shortly before or after, because it's supposed to come out the 15th. This one actually surprised me, which I'll tell you about in a minute. This is their Angles or Angels. Angels. It's Angels. I was forming the spellings in my head because they're very similar. You just swap the E and the L. So this is their Angels of Illumination palette. This has 15 unique duochrome shimmer shades, 1 multichrome, fully magnetic removable pans. It'll be available December 15th, 12 p.m. EST. Now here's the surprising point, because there is 16 shades in this palette. And in the past, their palettes have been, to me, overexpensive. I mean, really overexpensive. I don't think they're as bad as Ensley Rains, which has palettes for $115 to $125, who think they're Pat McGrath, apparently. But their prices have been $75, $80 for their palettes. This one is going to be $65. Now that doesn't seem like a big difference. It's $15 away from $70. But that's actually a price for multichromes and duochromes that I'm willing to try their product on. I've not been willing to try any of their eyeshadow palettes up to now because of the price point being too high. I think this price point for what they're putting in here it's a touch high, but it's decent. I can get 18 shades with a few shimmers and maybe a duochrome or a multichrome or two in my Nomad palettes for $45. This is going to be all duochromes and multichromes, or yeah, 1 multichrome. But it's going to be all duochromes, which we know are more expensive to make. So $65 for the 16 pan palette makes sense to me. If I'm spending $40 to $50 on Nomad and I'm getting a bunch of mattes, then this makes sense to me and I'd be willing to try this. So if I had the money, would I buy this? Yes, I would. Especially if they have Afterpay. We'll have to watch for that, won't we? Next, we have from Spoiled Lips Cosmetics, which, by the way, I'm wearing today. I saw this palette and I had to buy it. I did. This is their Ole Abbey. And she's pretty. She's pretty. I had to buy it. The minute I saw it, my brain went, ooh, get that now. And I did. So I did. But they are apparently coming out with their first ever advent calendar. So this is going to be 12 days of spoiled advent calendar. They say don't start opening until Christmas. I thought you were supposed to start opening before Christmas, but it's a 12 days, so I don't know. 12 new products for each day of Christmas. I don't know if it's out. It probably is. I'm tempted. I watch Alexandria Ryan open her advent calendars, and I'm definitely tempted on picking this up. I'm tempted. I don't usually buy advent calendars, but this looks interesting, and I have had a few of their palettes. I would like to see some of their other products and try some of their other products. I do have, you from Spoiled? You're from Spoiled. Yes, I do have a highlighter palette, but I don't really have much else from them. So I would love to see some other stuff, and this would be the perfect way to do it. So depending on the price of this, would I buy this? Yes, probably. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued enough to want it. How's that? We have from Salem Cosmetics Nola in a collaboration with Sassy Fairy. This is their In My Dreams palette. So this one is already out. $39. Well, I should say it's on pre-order right now. It's $39. The estimated time of arrival for shipping is 4 to 12 weeks. So it's going to be a bit. I don't like when they do that. I would much rather them release information about the palette a week or two before they get their product, and that way you're not waiting 4 weeks or whatever for them to ship. I honestly, that's the one thing about pre-orders for most of these brands that really irritates me, is they do them so far in advance, and then you have to sit there and wait for this product that you were excited to pick up, and that's the only thing. But it is out for pre-order. It's a 9-pan palette with 3 duochromes, 6 mattes. Doesn't have a $39, that's what it said. So I'm taking a look at this palette. Unfortunately, the lighting for this palette is really dark. So taking out the duochromes or multichromes or holochromes or whatever we're going to call them, the chromes, I have these shades. I have these exact shades, actually, right down to that really dark cherry red. And that's how it looks in the picture we have, is it's a dark cherry red. It could be a completely different kind of, it could be an orangey red. I can't tell because the lighting is so low. So it's an interesting option. Would I buy it? Nah. I would need something more with something unique in there other than the duochromes. Other than the chromey shades, I would need something a bit more unique. I don't mean to be harsh or cold, people. I really don't. Next we have from JC Cosmetics, their duochrome palette. So everybody's doing chromes. This is 35 shades. It is gorgeous. Would I buy this? I have no idea what the price point is on it. I think I managed to look at it briefly at one point. They're almost sold out, so you'll want to go and check quickly if you're interested. But as pretty as this is, no. 35 shades, I would be so overwhelmed trying to use this. And all duochrome? No. No. It is gorgeous, and if they are all duochromes and they do their chromey thing, I am sure they're all absolutely beautiful. It is too much for me. Making selections, having to pay attention to what the second shade in the duochrome is when I'm making the selection, this is just too much. This is too much. Beautiful. Obviously people are loving it, but not me. It's not for me. Just no. No. Okay, so Tana Queen Makeup came out with some lipsticks. I've told you all, these guys are hard. They just throw them up there and they're like, they're already out. Go get them. So there's no buildup. They don't put a whole lot of information in their Instagram thing. I think these are about $12 or $13. There's some beautiful shades in here. Would I try some of these? Probably. I think I saw somewhere that they were supposed to be kind of smooth and moisturizing type of lipsticks. I really wish that they would give a little bit more lead. Unlike the people that are doing the, okay, it's going to take 1 to 3 months for you to get it, pre-orders. I would like to see them release or tease the new products earlier, a little earlier than same day. They're doing what Moira does. Moira's like, you're lucky if you get 2 days. They're doing that. But they're not putting any information in their posts. So I'd like to see them put some information in their posts as well. So I think they're supposed to be moisturizing. They're not really matte. I love the purple. I love the kind of the darker dusty rose. I might be interested in that orange, the middle orange. The rest of them, I think that pink is too bright. I wouldn't do the light pink, the brown, the brownish orange. Not interested in any of those. So there's like 2, maybe 3 that I would be interested in trying, and their prices aren't bad. So yeah, I'd try those. Next time I decide to buy something from them, I might. I just might. Chaotic Cosmetics has their glow in the dark eyeliners, cake eyeliners. They are water activated eyeliner that actually glows in the dark. They do show that in the picture that we saw, that they do glow in the dark. They do not need any UV light or black light to glow. Wearing them all day in natural lighting or any bright lights will absorb and activate the glow effect at the nighttime. Orders available in the next week, and they will start shipping within 3 to 4 weeks. So I think these are already out or going to be out shortly. I'm not interested in these. They are water activated. My eyes wipe out anything that's water activated. But I have a daughter that might be interested in these. Brittany, you need to watch this because I think she'd be interested in these. The colors when they're not activated are really neat. The colors when they are activated seem pretty same for some of them, or fairly close, but I think my really bright daughter would actually really love them. So I wouldn't buy them, or if I did buy them, I'd buy them for her, not for me, but they're interesting. And last but not least, we have from Simply Cosmetics, their Aurora Lights. This is an 18-pan palette created in their usual format with 12 mattes and 6 duochrome shimmers. She apparently had a Northern Lights in 2021 and felt the need to release a bigger palette with more shade options. So that's what this is for. I don't know if this is out yet. I've seen a bit of it on their website or on their Instagram. But if it is out, it will be listed with all the information down below. So here's the thing. I have a couple of Simply Posh Cosmetics palettes. Not the best formula I've had. They're not the worst. They don't stand up to my eyes. They have some beautiful colors, but they're also the ones that I least pull out of my collection. And I was really excited to get the first one I got. This is pretty. It is almost tempting, but that bottom row, my understanding of the Northern Lights is they're very bright, ethereal, very colorful. There's nothing dusty or earthy about them. There's some beautiful blues and greens and yellows and purples and pinks and all of that. I really feel that bottom row is an injustice to the Aurora Lights, the Northern Lights. I really would have seen her to go with some much brighter colors on top and some brights on the bottom. The duochromes, the lighting is such that I cannot tell if these are all as dark as they look. I think the duochrome should have been brighter too. That's assuming that this lighting isn't dulling them at all. But some of these colors, I mean, those shimmer shades should be like what you saw towards the bottom of the screen when we were looking at the palette. There was some bright green, there was some purple, there was some blue, very light and bright. She put those all in the mattes, and I would have put those all in the shimmers. So I was initially kind of tempted when I first screen capped it, but now that I'm looking at it and thinking about it, no, I probably wouldn't buy it. Like I said, the formula is not horrible, but it's not one of the best. And I really feel like, yes, she went in that direction, but I don't think she did the Northern Lights justice. And I'm not trying to be mean. I just think that this whole palette should be brighter, if that makes sense. It needs lighter colors. It needs less earthiness. It needs the shimmer duochromes to be really bright and shine, and like the 4 in the middle are just all towards the earthy tones, and I would much prefer more jewel tones in there. But this is, I think they're the one that I got the gemstone palette from, and this was one of the disappointments I had from that palette, is that those colors were not bright and gemstony, and these colors need to have that bright, unearthly lightness to them. I'm sure you all know what I'm talking about. I think this palette meant well. She aimed in the right direction. I think she just fell short with using more earthy colors and deeper colors instead of really bright, shiny aurora colors, if that makes sense. So that's a disappointment to me, and no, I'm not going to buy that. I would not buy that. I do feel like it is something of a letdown. So yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't want to have to, I don't think I'm interested in that one. There really wasn't much that was in this particular episode that I was interested in, was there? Which doesn't bother me, because a lot of times when I'm interested in something, it's real hard for me to resist going out and buying it. So I don't have a whole lot to resist to buy now, right? It's just nice to avoid temptation when you can. Let's go with that. And since there's nothing tempting, we'll avoid the temptation. And a few of these that are tempting probably don't take Afterpay. And if they don't take Afterpay, I generally don't buy from there anymore. Afterpay's a problem for me, I think. Anyway, so that is it for the beginning of December's It's New. Is there anything that you're interested in? I'd love to hear it down below. And in the meantime, that's it for the day. I hope you will do all of the YouTube things. If you like the video, please like it, share it, subscribe, comment down below, do all those things. And in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and sip our cup of tea, which is very, very cool. Very, very cool. Hopefully it didn't turn nasty while it cooled off. And then we'll be out of here and on our way. This actually works cold. I am not mad at this. And the mint is not overpowering the Pukka, the after dinner. That's a combination I'll have to do. Oh, I like that. I'm going to have to get those again soon. They worked well together. All right, so that's it. Hey, I love my daughters. I love my dragonettes. Hope you have a good one.